Everyone, so another session about express yoga today, and I'd like to do a little bit of technique work for this session, and I will be working on a pose which is often more difficult than it first seems. So there's a lot in this one. So it's Paschimottanasana, which is forward fold. So this one here, a seated forward fold that is. So the one that we bring our arms up and coming down, grabbing onto our toes or wherever we fall, we may not be there just yet, and coming into the pose. So the most common issue I see with this one in classes is that kind of slumping into it. So I want to address that with a few little things we can do to strengthen through the core and to open up the spine a little bit more and get that extension. Alright, so we'll go through a few different variations on this one. But first we'll just warm up through the hips. The hips are really important for this one, as well as the extensions through the hamstrings and calves. So first off, we're just going to take a little bit of a butterfly here. Just moving a little bit of movement, a little bit of warmth rather, through the hips. Okay, just nice and easy here. Okay, and then we will just hug those knees in, give yourself a nice big squeeze. Taking a twist now. Alright, so bringing the right foot over the top of the left knee. Bringing the left arm up, hooking the elbow over the knee and looking behind you. So really working on getting that long spine, the inhalation up to lengthen the spine and look back behind you, moving the openness through the hips. Right, back to centre and we'll change sides. Okay, so the left foot over, right knee with this one, hook the right elbow over. And look behind you. Nice straight spine here. Okay. Just rolling the shoulders backwards and forwards. Bring the arms up. Stretching up high here, exhale back down. Okay, this is starting to prepare now, so we're going to do that again. Inhale up with the arms, get that length through the spine here, exhale back down. Okay, do you feel that lift up when you do that? So you're really engaging through the core here as you draw yourself up. We'll do that again. Inhale up, focusing on the upper body here, reach up high. Exhale down. When you do this next time round, I want you to focus on your lower body now. So engage through the legs. So as we lift up, I want you to drop the thighs and the calf muscles down to the ground. Okay? The toes start to work towards the forehead. Right, so we're starting to activate the legs. Let's do that again. Inhale up. Feel the engagement through the legs for this one. So drop the thighs and the calf muscles down. Bring the toes back towards the head. Exhale down. Relaxing everything here. Inhale up, let's do that again. Engage the legs. Drop the calf muscles and the thighs. Exhale down. Okay, focusing on everything here now. So we're going to engage through the core, lifting the body up. Visualize a piece of string drawing up and through the crown of the head. At the same time, we're going to engage the legs, dropping everything down, alright? So it's kind of that up and down movement, that contrasting movement to ground you, but also to raise you. Alright, when you're ready, inhale up with the arms, draw the upper body high, that ground down through the legs at the same time. Okay, so it's a lot of work, and this is one little pose here. There's a lot going on. Draw yourself up and down at the same time. So you're kind of working against yourself. That's where the strength in these yoga poses really come in. You're using your own body to work the muscles here, work the strength. It's a beautiful practice here as you come down. So we don't need all those external objects. We're using the body here to create that strength. Alright, so let's start to do this on one side at a time. I want you to draw the left knee in. Okay, extend that right leg out. I'm going to take a little bit of a fold here. But first, I want you just to sit here. Feel the extension of the spine coming up. Hands can come by the sides. See, that's quite tricky as you draw the calf muscles and the thighs down, raising the body up, just sitting here. Simply sitting here and trying to maintain that balance is creating strength. Alright, you feel the hips start to kick in. Because they're not completely balanced, we're actually having to use our body to balance us out and hold us in place. Let's change sides, we'll do that on the other side. You really get that work through the hip here. Okay, hands by the sides here. Engage that leg, dropping the muscles down as you bring the body up. And holding this here. See if you can drop the knee down a little bit further. Toes come towards the head. Holding ourselves steady in the centre here. So not as easy as it first appears. Alright, so this is a really great pose here. This is called staff pose. So basically it looks like sitting, but it's a really active way of sitting. So once again, we'll bring the toes towards the head, hands down by the sides, lifting the torso up. So you're not slumping down like this, you're raising them up out of the hips. Feel the work of the hips. Don't pull yourself backwards. See if you can really align that spine directly over the hips. So you'll feel the work through the hip muscles here. Okay, and relax. Give yourself a bit of a wiggle. Maybe hug those knees in. So let's try our forward fold now. Using those principles. And we'll do one side at a time, alright? So bring the left leg in first. Extending the right leg, activate that leg and the toes towards the head, lift up the arms, pull the torso up, and then coming along as though you're hinging at the hips, but you're not hinging and then sort of dropping forwards, you're getting that length as you go. So feel, imagine that piece of string again wrapped around the wrists, pulling you up, and then forwards and up. Alright, so the hips are coming out and you are extending along that leg. At the same time grounding down, dropping those muscles down. Okay, you may not be at the toes yet, you may be more at the shins, that doesn't matter. Okay, you're getting that push, or that sort of pull and grounding action. Alright, let's come on up. Changing sides now. Left leg extends, right leg bent. Hold this steady for a moment, and then inhale, arms come up. Exhale as someone's drawing you out towards the front, pulling you with that rope by the wrists as you ground down with the leg muscles. So you're working from the hips here, not from the waist, pulling yourself up and out of the hips. Okay, coming back up. Let's try our full pose here. Okay, so activate those toes, bring them towards the forehead, drop the leg muscles down towards the ground, inhale up towards the sky, come on up and out of the hips, length through the spine, and then slowly drawing forwards. You might go onto the big toes, pistol grip the big toes, or just going onto the sides of the feet here. Pull yourself forwards, come on out of those hips, open up through the chest here. Okay, so don't hunch at the shoulders, pull up out of the chest. Okay, hold this for a moment. Come back up. Remember our chair pose? This is great preparation for our chair pose here. So we're coming on up, shooting that energy up out of the hips, pulling ourselves forwards. Up, down, the hands. Let's try that again. Inhale up, coming down, holding this pose for a moment. Feeling the strength through the middle back. Coming all the way down, grabbing onto the toes or the sides of the feet. Pulling yourself up and out of those hips. Drawing the leg muscles down. So much going on here. And then coming down a little bit further, maybe hinging at the elbows here. Using those elbows like levers to draw you down. Okay, coming on up. Hold it in the centre here. And then up and release. Good work. Hug those knees in. So you can see this pose is not necessarily about depth. Okay, that's a real trap in yoga. You see students often trying to push themselves and going deeper and deeper into the pose, which is often great for flexibility, but not necessarily for the strength. So if you have a completely flexible body, but you don't have the strength to maintain the flexibility through the joints, so the muscles, the strength of the muscles, it's very common to injure yourself. And you see that kind of overuse injuries because the muscle strength isn't there. Alright, so this is a really important point to emphasise. This. I can really come down deep into this one, but I'm forcing myself down and I'm bending from the joints rather than using the strength of the muscles to draw me into this. Okay, so just keep that in mind. We're going to do this one more time and then we'll come into some relaxation. Keep all those principles in mind now. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, coming down. Holding this pose here. Drawing yourself forward. So nose coming towards the toes. Strength from the hips here. Drawing the spine long as you ground down through the legs. Fantastic work. Coming on up and release down. Let's come to the ground now. Hug the knees in. Rocking from side to side, massaging through the lower back. And all that work that we've done from this area. Alright, sitting up for your Shavasana now. And we'll take a couple of minutes here, or as long as you have today. Relaxing the body down. Moving slowly into your meditation.